Anyway, it was good timing for all the reasons that I shared with you earlier. And as you saw from that research that was from the Environmental Beverage Action Group, we're not really making a lot of progress with recycling. We're still sending about 14,000 tonnes of bottles to landfill every year. And the balance has been sold to the highest bidder, right? And guess what? Because of the high price of oil recently, those plastic bottles, this latest one here, for example, which are made from oil, are actually worth a lot more, ironically. And so therefore now recyclers are getting record dollars, like about $700 US a tonne for bales of these plastic bottles.
But it's obviously become more expensive to make too, the bottles on the other end.
Yeah, that's true. That's correct. So the price will go up then too, as well, for the waste material. And the New Zealand recyclers who want to deal with it can't compete with a Chinese worker on $1 a day working in a medieval factory environment with no environmental standards or controls. And that's a challenge too. New Zealand First, it was important to do this as a New Zealand First as a leadership position, right? And it's interesting, the model that we have, which was very difficult for me personally to get my head around, and that is we've done this on the basis of a cooperative mental paradigm. Not the traditional competitive mental paradigm where we go out there and it's us against them. This is not that way at all. People say, have you protected the IP and don't let anyone copy it? No. We're encouraging others to do it. We're telling them, we're sharing. We've had meetings with Coke, Fruitcorp, Charlie's. We've convinced Charlie's to do an eco bottle and hopefully that comes out this summer. We've shared everything we've learned, told them how to do it. Cooperative. That's an interesting way of doing business, I can tell you. And be very transparent about everything. We actually want to be so transparent, we're even trying to work out how can we put information on the label about where your money goes. Like break it down percentage-wise, X% transport, X% production, X% to the retailer, etc. Just total transparency. Because you know why? Because people don't want to be sold stuff. They just want to know what the story is and make their own decisions. Alright, PLA, what is this material? Well, we actually make this bottle out of cornstarch, right? And we've been doing that for the last 12 months. The reason why we use corn is two reasons. It grows really fast. It's incredibly efficient. It's very effective. And the most important thing is it's stable and consistent. And we needed that at least for the first year of this project. We needed stability and consistency with the raw material. But our vision, and this is what we will do, is to make it out of organic waste. And we've been working with Scion in Rotorua. You know, head of Scion, it's a big technology park. Thank you. Scion is amazing. They've got 340 Kiwi scientists that just beaver away. You never hear about them. They're unsung heroes. These guys have been recognised all around the world for the work they're doing in the use of organic waste and turning it into what they call biopolymers. I'll pass this around. This here is made out of kiwi fruit skin, right? 100% kiwi fruit skin, biodegradable, environmentally benign, and not a bad use for kiwi fruit skin when you consider that they were dumping about 45,000 tonnes of kiwi fruit skin a year. Some of it was being used as pig food, apparently, but most of it was actually just rotten. And the other thing too that's exciting that they're working with is forestry waste. There's a lot of wastage of organic material when they harvest pine, for example. Now that raw material, that cellulose, if you like, that's in plants, is perfect for making a biopolymer. People say, how can that be possible? Well, if you think about it, they make it out of oil right now. Oil is actually fossilised plants, right? So here we are, I guess, short-circuiting that process and making it out of plants today, but in a sustainable way. Composting, yeah, the best result we had was we composted the bottom in 80 days. But to get that result, we had to have it commercially composted, high humidity, high temperature, continuously. Very, very hard to do. It won't happen in the home composter. The label's very easy to compost. That's made out of wood, cellulose. The bottle much more challenging. But it will break down in maybe up to 8 years in the Southern Ocean at 4 degrees. It's pretty cool. The fact of the matter is, though, you don't want to waste the energy, the latent energy in that package by composting it. So the future is actually all about recycling. And if you look at the packaging here, what they're going to do in the future is they're going to say, what is the latent energy in that package? And it might be 473 kilojoules of energy. And the question will be, how can we take that latent energy in that packaging and convert it into another product that has a commercial value? That is what we have to do, and that is what we will do with all disposable packaging. Any questions on that? There is a Q&A at the end, but don't be afraid to stop me at any time. Hey, the project's all about the packaging, but guess what? The contents also have to be really good, otherwise you're not going to have a strong commercial value proposition. So we searched high and low. We've sourced a facility in Kaiwaka, Northland. It's a source rich in natural silica, one of only 3 in New Zealand. And it's a very soft wood, it's very beautiful. It's certified BioGrow Organic, which is all about the processing, right? And we love it, and I think you'll agree, even at room temperature, it tastes okay, right? Tastes pretty good, better than Auckland tap water, I can assure you. This is an important part of the project too, is the fact that we've done this as a fundraiser for the Sir Peter Blake Trust. Do you guys know who Sir Peter Blake is? Is he, like, in your mind, a Kiwi hero icon, sort of almost maybe a Sir Edmund Hillary, possibly not quite, maybe for some people?
Maybe he lived on, he probably got the same status as
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Yeah, he certainly had a lot of plans. And it's out of respect for his plans that we want to continue his legacy, right? Because I think he really hadn't peaked. And so after he tragically was murdered, his family, the government, and a few other very important friends got together and decided to form this trust in his honour to continue the work that he'd started, which was mainly around protecting the marine environment and leadership, right? Being a catalyst for great leadership. And if you read some of the stories about him, and even if you're lucky enough to read his biography, I think you'd be well inspired.